And welcome back to the Think About It channel. Today we're doing an episode of the Fincke-ing Corner with our dear friend Chad Meadows. He is the
Hello.
author of Fluoride Stories. He is a local legend, a VIP, a wordsmith who doesn't like to use fancy words in his books and doesn't like extensive geography or geometry.
No.
If you've seen one of our other episodes, you might get that call back.
Right.
Chad is a short stories wizard, so today I have a question for him about short stories. You ready, Chad?
Yes. Of course. Yes.
Do you think or feel that short stories in a short stories collection should somehow all be connected in some way, shape, or form?
Uh, I don't think they have to be. No. Do I like it when they are? Yes. Do I need a narrative that I can connect at the end and say, oh, it was the larger picture was this? No, I don't need that. I like when there's callbacks to other things in some of the short stories, in the other stories in the collection that link them together. It could be a product that people use, a company that people work for, a town that they live in. Josh Mallerman wrote a collection called Goblin, and everything takes place in this town called Goblin, which was great. You know, they were different stories, but the only link was that they took place in this weird place called Goblin, which he even mentions in another book, Incidents Around the House. Which is a novel, which I love that. If you can call back to one of your other pieces of writing, in a completely different story or novel, I think that's great. But no, I don't feel like it needs to connect together specifically, but I like it. I'll be more inclined to read them all if I'm like, okay, I'm going to get some nuggets here.
As I've gotten a little bit older, I'm finding myself gravitating more towards short stories. And actually, your book was the first collection of short stories I bought. And I've purchased and read a few more since. A friend of the channel here, E.L. Berkeley, she is an author based in Philly. She is working on a short story collection series. So she has 2 books out right now. The first one's called Beyond the Cracked Door. The second one's called Black Ginny. And they are short stories that all revolve around this like supernatural ancestral gift, I think is how she calls it. So all the stories are skewed all over like this family sort of timeline. And they all sort of show how this gift has weaved its way through person to person, how it's sort of shaped how these people interact today. So the first book is more set in like a modern era with like 1 or 2 stories that are sort of outside more the bigger timeline, where the second book goes back a little further to like where the sort of originated and things like that. So EL, if you're watching this, keep writing because I want that third book. It's a very good collection. It's very heavy. As she would say, it's not for the faint of heart, but it's if you are looking for some cool lore and short stories to jump into, I would recommend her books for sure.
I like that. That definitely sounds pretty interesting. And I like the idea of a series of short story collections. I feel like, the novel market for the longest time, I feel like, has like locked down the idea of like, no, it's a series of one character and this and that. But to knock out a series of short story collections that are loosely linked, I like that idea. I'm a little jealous that it wasn't me.
Well, you'll have to pick it up and see how it does. They're both fairly short. They're under 300 pages.
Nice.
So you could probably crank them out in a week or 2 if you're riding the train or whatever.
Yeah.
So I would highly recommend.
Can I plug a short story?
Plug a short story. We're all about plugging in and stuff here.
That I really like. I've had this for the longest time. I don't even know how I came across it. Um, I don't know where I can't remember where I got it. But it's this book, The Tomsky Fluke and Other Tales by Jay Davis. It's a tiny little book. You can see. I've read it numerous times. The back is really cool as well. Yeah, this is a great little short story collection, and it's one of those things where it's loosely, the stories inside are loosely related and linked. And it's just really great. Another great short story collection, which I don't have it here, I have her novel, I have it upstairs, is Amelia Gray. Her short story collections are bonkers. In fact, I feel like in one of our classes, I read stuff out of Gutshot, which was from her. And her short stories they're not linked, but it's that thing of tone where they're all the same tone, and you can tell like these are probably people that all live on the same street.
That's very cool.
Which it's not like specific, like everyone lives on the same street or we all live in the same town, but you can just tell like these are people that probably are all interacting with one another on a regular basis.
Very cool.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, if you enjoyed our talk today about short stories, you should stay for the long haul and subscribe and leave a comment and engage with us. And we will see you in the next one.